So the family's expanding, the sports car has to go. You need something with 5 seats, a big boot and still a bit of oomph. Holden's new VE SS has just come out with a 6-litre V8 and 270 kilowatts, so you can still do the old school run with tyre smoking all the way.
The VE Holden is the first all-new Commodore in 9 years and is completely Australian design. At a claimed development cost of $1 billion, it'd want to be pretty good. And it is.
The power of this thing is amazing. It really flies, but as soon as you put it around a curve, you notice that they've done a bloody good job with the engineering. It's got buckets of grip, so much more so than the old one. With 6 litres under the bonnet, you'd expect it to have a bit of go, but geez, does it have some torque. The only thing that lets this car down a bit is the quality of the interior plastics. Pretty tinny, and even this badge on the steering wheel, it just looks like someone's painted it in with grey lead. Back when Holden first started to design this car, they went as far as to buy a BMW 5 Series as the benchmark. They did such a good job that it's now exported under a number of different GM brands to multiple countries around the world. Part of what they did with the design was to move the front wheels further forward. This does 2 things for the car. It helps the ride and handling, and as well as giving the designers a better canvas to work from. And as you can see, they've ended up with a pretty good looking car.
So in the end, for your $45,000, you get a pretty well designed muscle car with more torque than a politician during an election campaign. You may want to install a petrol pump in your garage because it certainly enjoys a drink, but besides that, what's not to like? But if you're looking to drop that sort of cash and would prefer something a little unique, you have options. It is the original wolf in sheep's clothing. It's hand built. There were less brought to Australia than Holden would sell in a week. It cost $200,000 new 15 years ago.
BMW's E34 M5 was the 2nd generation of the car, but the first brought to Australia. Built like a bank vault, it was reportedly the getaway car of choice for bank robbers in Europe in the 90s. Probably had something to do with the 3.5-litre 6-cylinder engine with 232 kilowatts gave it such blistering performance. You can say what you will about the badges, but this car really is a luxury car in comparison to the Commodore. The interior is a lot more luxurious in this car. It's got leather everywhere. There's leather on the seats, on the doors, even on the glove box. You sit a bit lower than in the Commodore. The ride is actually a bit harder, but geez, it sticks to the road going around the corners. Unfortunately, it means you can feel all the bumps, but you know, you've got to have a bit of compromise somewhere.
Sure, it's got a few years under its belt, and you'll pay a bit more to run it. But in terms of its prestige and build quality, the BMW is just a cut above. Either way, you'll still get to the family holiday destination very, very quickly, and have a blast along the way.